We only got well, just in case if Edward's doing the sharing and carrying stuff, but I believe that's what he's doing. I'll just go ahead and introduce the program. Welcome to the Whitsey Slider Show. I believe the first one of the year. But you know how Edward is. He always wants to say the best for last. So he's like, "You start your show first, Mark, so that I can better it, behind you." That's how Edward is. He plays to win, okay? And well, he don't play to win. He plays to dominate. But that being said, while he's doing the sharing and caring stuff, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors and cannot say enough about them.
The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackelford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
And just checking to see if Edward's with us yet, or is he still working? I believe he's still working. But again, welcome to the Wednesday Slider Show. And he just popped that up for us. And he's got well, I would say, those, what would they call five? It ain't, triplets, triple, what's four, quadruple. I don't know what they would call five. He's got like five guests on tonight. Every there.
Let's just say it's going to be a awesomely good lineup.
You know it will be because you worked hard on it. I can't wait to get started on it for sure. But again, I cannot say enough about Heather Martinez and what that young lady does for us, and of course, Bryant Family Medicine and what the family does for us. So, Bryant Family Medicine's been with us since day one. Since All Sports Media has been there, folks, Bryant Family Medicine's been there right with them. So they're sort of the fuel that keeps it rolling.
Absolutely. So, as you can see there while we're waiting on our first guest, if you're got the never-ending hacks that Mark has and Ryan has, please reach out to Bryant Family Medicine, and you can see their number there, and they'll get they're your hookup. But what's the plans for Mark while I'm making sure everything lined out here?
Well, the plans for me is tomorrow, if everything works out for me, and it ain't sports related, I'm gonna go get some ink therapy. Everybody's got to get some ink every now and then, and sort of a little excited about that. And Edward, you got a few of them ink spots yourself, and I'm not one of them guys that's going to tell you, well, that didn't hurt me. It don't bother me. Yeah, it bothers me. When you get a needle poked in you 17,000 times, yes, it bothers me. but it's something I want to do for my daughter, and it's something I should have did a long time ago, and really excited about it. Of course, Friday, I guess I'll be doing the school bus thing, maybe hauling the tennis team to an event, and be the first live tennis event that I've seen. So that's going to be really, really good. And Saturday, I think we all sort of have the same plans on Saturday, watching. Hey, well, what do they call them? The triangles.
Well, it's called where we're going. They're calling it a round robin.
Okay, but it's sort of a triangle too, right?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
It's like a round robin triangle.
But while you're talking about a triangle, are you ready to bring on our first guest?
Yeah, I'm ready to bring it on. I got me another cup of this Warheads cotton candy and stuff as sour as it can be, but I'm still eating. It's like my whole top of my mouth is like, ah.
I don't know what we're gonna do with you. So first off, I want to thank you for taking the time to come on.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me.
And before I turn you over to Mark and he starts talking to you about his sour warhead cotton candy, I just want to get thoughts of your season.
Our season's been going really good. Like the team, like everybody just works well together and we just communicate well as a group. Everybody's constantly building each other up. It's just a great environment. Like everybody's just there for each other and I couldn't ask for a better team.
Absolutely, but Mark, the
Uh,
floor is yours.
well, I have to ask you. I just have to ask you. Have you ever ate this right here? This like Warheads cotton candy or?
No, I've not. I don't do sour stuff.
Well, I normally don't either, but this is like a sour and a sweet too. So I don't know exactly how to handle it. So now I'm just eating it all the time, and yeah. But I would strongly advise you to try it someday. Just as
Okay.
Edward, of course,
You
asked you
see
about
you see what I gotta put up with all the time.
Edward talked about your season and just you talked a little bit about your season, but for the people that ain't, uh, we branch out a lot across the state, but we're basically around the 13th region. So, and I'm familiar with Leslie County for sure, and but for the folks that ain't as familiar about your school and stuff like that, tell us a little bit about Leslie County. Tell us a little bit about your district, your region, and who's your rivals over there, and just introduce us to Leslie County there.
Leslie County, it's a very like tight place. Everybody kind of knows everybody. You're just like familiar. And like our biggest rivals are probably like Perry and Hazard and just people in like the district. And it's always super competitive, which is just a great environment to be around.
Um, when I think about Leslie County, it's hard not to think it. And I'm a little bit older than you. It's hard not to think Leslie County Tim Couch.
Yeah.
So so like any Kim folk or anything that knows Tim, or do you hear a lot of Tim Couch stories? Or
I don't hear many stories about him, no, but I mean, I know about him. He came back to our high school about a year ago.
yeah, I think he's working out the weights and stuff like that. I've got many Tim Couch stories. I'm actually old enough to actually, well, never mind. I won't get into that. But just you talked about your season. Just tell us a little bit, and we know what your team's ultimate goal is. You want
Yeah.
to be the last team standing. You want to win district, region, state, just like anybody else. So what is it going to take for you to reach your team goal?
Uh, I would say just keep doing what we're doing, just working together to grow and just get better every day. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, actually, it looks like you're headed to my neck of the woods. It looks like maybe tomorrow. Looks like they're taking a trip to Whitley.
I think that's a home game. I know they're coming here.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, you corrected me already. See, when you get old and see all like me. So have you been able to look at Whitley any?
We've not looked at them none, no. So it's just gonna be a. Well, actually,
Okay.
no. When we went to Tennessee, we got to watch one of their games. So we
So
watched a
so
little bit on them.
so how was the ripping experience there at Pigeon Forge? I mean, just tell us a little bit about that. I'm sure. I mean, you don't have to tell us everything. I'm sure all you young ladies was well behaved. There was no sneaking out, or you don't have to tell no secrets or anything. But just tell us about the experience out there.
It's always super fun and like just in the outfield, you always get like the view of just the mountains and everybody there is just always nice and we always get the cabins and getting to be around everybody is always the best.
So did I hear you right? So you stayed in a cabin?
Oh yeah, we get like a giant cabin with like a total bedrooms for the whole team.
Oh, that'd be cool. It was
Yeah.
like in the mountain part or something.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was cool. Ever do you hear that? Can you imagine a cabin at Pigeon Forge on the mountain? They had it made. I mean, I know you love softball, but I wouldn't want to leave there. I just like, oh, just let me
Yeah.
stay here.
And there's
Uh,
always like great competition down there. So it's always just like great experience for the whole team and just getting good reps in.
and of course, all yous as well behaved. There's nobody going out the door at 12 o'clock or anything like that. Or
Yeah.
okay, okay, I figured all that. But ever,
Well, I wasn't going to be the one to say it, but if Mark would have been up there with you, he would have had you doing laps, doing push ups.
yeah,
He would have been the one
I got you
trying to.
there one in trouble. I've been the first one caught. You just hated me. You just been bonking me in the head with pillows all the time. Yeah, I'm that type.
So you talked a little bit about this great competition up there. So looking at it, looks like you played teams out of West Virginia, Ohio, looks like North Carolina. I mean, you played a lot of teams that you normally would never play. So tell me the experience that you had playing teams like that.
You just see like just completely different. I don't know. It's just faster pitching, like faster paced, like defenses, offenses. It's just it's a whole different type of competition.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you are a multi-sport star, correct?
Well, I do multiple sports. Yes, I would say star.
So, well, everybody stars in the sport they play in. But I
Um,
got what all sports do you play
again,
other than Mark?
we
Other than
know
Mark,
we know you're a very humble young lady, and I know you're all about teens, but let's just meet you. We can call you sorry. I mean, you're batting like a 409 here and stuff like that. I mean, you're absolutely yeah, you're definitely showing out for sure. So we're allowed to hype you up. I know that you're all about team first, but we're allowed to hype you up.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
so what all sports do you play?
I do volleyball, track, and softball.
Well, that's a lot of running in one of them for sure.
Oh yeah,
'Cause I've,
and softball and track are right together, so it's like a right after school go to track practice and then straight to softball, and then it's
so I'm gonna have to ask you one of Mark's normal questions. So playing track and softball kind of at the same time, and trying to be a student, just an everyday student at Leslie County, how difficult is that?
oh it can be really hard sometimes, but just having like the good support systems we have like at our school, and just having the teams to back you up, it all just really helps, makes it 10 times better.
So as far as track, I actually got to cover my first track meet a couple of weeks ago, and I will tell you, I have no idea what's going on because there was so much happening at one time, and each time the ref that was there was calling a different style race, and I have no idea what was happening. But
Oh
I
yeah,
will tell you, you all put in a lot of work. It's a whole lot more running than what I could do.
it's definitely a lot, definitely. Which
So
I've been
in
doing
track,
since seventh
what do
grade.
you do?
I do running events like I do the 100-meter dash, 100 hurdles, 300 hurdles. I can do 400, which I usually alternate between 300 hurdles and the 400, and I'll do the 200-meter dash.
Mark, you think you could do that?
I'm lucky even run to the refrigerator half the time. I mean, more or less, all that.
So
Just imagine and I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything, but just imagine the conditioning that you have to do to keep your body in shape to be able to do the load that you do year in year out playing the multiple sport. I mean, I, I don't want to cut it on Edward's questions, but I mean, you're working out. I'm sure that you work out, you eat right. I mean, talk a little bit about how you condition your body to even be able to handle all that.
Well, I had in this off season after volleyball, I started lifting some over in Hazard at a sin, and that helped me a lot. Just getting like be a better runner and just player all around. And also took time, and I became like just mentally tougher and just like be able to bounce back, which has really helped.
So what she's saying,
it's
she's starting to get some guns going on. What she's starting to say.
well, I mean, to be knocking the ball around like she
Mm.
is. So I mean, and I heard Mark, take one of my things away because I'm a stat guy. The bat and the 409. Thanks, Mark.
He probably had all this stuff wrote down, on a sheet of paper, and yeah.
Not, but I first off, I gotta give you props for the high batting average because I've been to many baseball, softball games, and I struggle to be able to pay attention to the softball coming up when it's getting released. The only time I see it is when I hear it dinging off the bat or hitting the glove. So how you're seeing it as good as you are to be able to knock it around, first off, that's major props to you.
Thank you.
So when you're up there at the plate, you know, Mark and me talks about it a lot because you don't see a whole lot of people bunting anymore. So do you try to bunt any, or are you more of a like I'm gonna point and knock it over the fence?
Well, well, usually I'm swinging just like I'm going for contact, just see the ball, hit the ball, like I'm just going for it. But sometimes I will like try to bunt some if the coaches call it.
So would you agree with us that like bunting is I wouldn't say it's like a lost art, but it ain't utilized a whole lot anymore.
Yeah, I
Well,
agree with that.
Edward, can I cut in on you just for a second?
Go ahead.
And me and Edward talked about this, and I don't know if you've ever been a part of a game like this, but you see a lot of this where a pitcher you read about or you'll write about strikes out 18, strikes out 19, and stuff like that. We, I'm not saying a team should look at if it gets to a point where you think that you just can't hit this pitcher at all. Wouldn't I mean? I'm not trying to be a coach because I'm far from it. Wouldn't bunt be the easiest deal? Say, hey, let's just lay the bunts down, make the other team play defense. So this pitcher ain't just sitting there striking out every girl.
Yeah, and like last night, our game at Harlan County, that's what we were gonna start doing until we started making contact on our
Yeah,
swings.
yeah. So you agree in a situation like that, just start laying the bunts down before you just take. 18, 19, 20 strikers. 'Cause that's one thing I do question. I'm like, why are they striking out that much? Just put the butts down. I mean, because like somebody like you, I'm sure you could blaze around the bases. If you make probably any kind of contact at all, it's going to be really, really hard to throw you out. Am I know you're humble, but can I say it would be pretty hard to throw you out if you made good contact?
Maybe,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay. She's been
Okay.
baby. She's humble, but okay. But yeah, she thinks like us.
She does. So before I go into another one of my questions, we have another host that's normally with us, and I'm gonna ask you his favorite question. So in the
Okay.
Leslie County area, what is your favorite place to eat at?
Favorite place to eat at? I'm probably gonna have to go with Subway.
I knew where that question come from.
We don't got many options, but I don't know. Our Mexican's pretty good too, though. I'd probably go for Subway though. It's just like a in between practice, after practice, just like a go to
So
there.
so so why are you eating at Subway when you go?
Cause I like those like protein bowls. They give me just extra energy, and I just
So you ain't grabbing like a ham sub or a all star sub, or you just give me a protein bowl. Oh,
yep.
okay. See, I
You
told you she
know,
had to condition her body well. She ain't loading up on a bunch of like meatball subs and stuff like that. She's like, give me a protein bowl
so out of all the answers we've got, I think that might be the first Subway.
first. Yeah, and that might be the only one that didn't say Mexican, but she did say Mexican afterwards.
So
Yeah.
which are, I mean, you can't go wrong with Subway. I do like some Subway.
So
But go ahead,
when
Mark.
you go to Mexican, what why are you eating it at a Mexican?
I just it's just a good after meal. Like I'll just go to Mexican after this game, or
So
just to
so
hang
you
out.
like a burrito eater or a taco eater or a nacho deluxe eater or
I'm more just like fajitas and like all the grilled foods.
oh god, I love fajitas. And they bring it to you and it's like still steaming and it's just
Oh
oh man,
yeah.
yeah. Now I'm starving to death.
Mark, first off, when are you not starved to death?
Well, I'm pretty hungry right now. I'm gnawing on warheads and I opened some M&Ms too. So yeah, and of
I don't.
course,
I don't think coffee, warheads, and M&M is a good mixture.
well, that's like all your four basic food groups or close to it. Cl- No, it ain't close.
No, no. Listen, if you start pulling your hair out after the show, you can blame that all on Mark because that's why my hair's starting to get a little thin, having to put up with him. So I mean, but final question I got for you before I show you a few things, unless Mark's got a couple more for you, is I've been to several Leslie County games. Got to ask you what it's like being a student athlete playing for them.
Well, like I said, it can be hard just having to balance out like all the work and running from sport to sport. But at the end of the day, you're with practice with your team, and it just makes it all worth it because you get all that work put in just together and getting to win. Just it's all just worth it.
Mark,
Jalen, before he showed you a few things, I want to personally thank you. You've come in here and you've had some laughs with us, and at the end of the day, laughter's the best medicine. You sure did one couple guys sitting here, telling you to break down these games for us and stuff like that, and we try to have fun on these shows, and you've come and had fun with us too, and hopefully we made your day a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
not like laughing, and we do thank you for being a good sport about everything. But I want to ask you a couple, a little bit of serious questions. Like here in the 13th region, there's a lot of social networking going on. A lot of schools are doing their own thing, and I'm not saying we was the first, but we was one of the first that started. One of the first, not the first, but started the host shows and stuff like that. And it seems like it's blown up. Like schools, everybody's doing it now. How is it in your area as far as the media coverage for young and stuff like that?
All of our stuff is posted on the Eagles Nest, which they don't really have like interviews or nothing like kind of like this. They just do like sports updates and posts and accomplishments on Facebook.
Okay. Okay, and the other question we ask club member athletes too, there's more. It seems like more turf fields now than grass fields. Are they one that you like better than the others?
Like between turf and
Yeah, and
grass,
grass.
I probably like grass better, honestly.
So you like the dirt, the cleats, and all that good stuff. Oh yeah, that's more
Definitely.
normal. So
Yeah.
okay, I gotta ask you one more question. I promise I'll let you go. We've kept you out here for 2.5 days.
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay. I know you said you was pumping the weights and stuff, so I'm gonna ask you, just your teammates only. You all have an arm wrestling competition. Who's gonna win it?
No, but now we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to figure it out.
So, so who you think would win it of your teammates? Who you think would come out the grand champion, the arm wrestling champion? And you can say yourself, you're working out.
I honestly don't know. I would probably, I would say Emily Caldwell, probably. Maybe.
Uh
'Cause
oh.
she hits a lot of home runs. She's our biggest home run hitter.
Well, if you want to video your arm wrestling competition, feel free to send it in. We'll play them. Then we'll announce the grand champion of them all.
Okay, sounds good.
And and Coach Daniel says that right. Jalen said that's where real softball is played on dirt.
And then I think he put in his vote on the arm wrestling.
Oh,
Lauren.
He said I'm gonna say Lauren.
Lauren's a good one too. She's definitely strong.
so how you think you would fit in this? You think you would be a first or second or third here, or do you think you'd be up there fighting for the championship?
I would say maybe like fifth or sixth or something.
You can tell she's very humble. She's very humble. I have faith in you. I think you'd be right there with them.
I appreciate it.
But
So
thank you for your time.
if
No,
you
thank you.
asked us
Thank you.
about between us, I'm gonna say me because before it starts, I'm throwing dirt in every one of them's eyes, and I'm already gonna
He
have the advantage.
he don't want none right there. That he don't want none. I Jalen, I'm a perfect example. Bigger, stronger, faster than him, and it just it gets to him to a point. But
Yeah.
No, listen, I worried about you a little. Now I'm starting to worry about you a lot. But you're
well,
gonna have to cut. I don't know if it's the warhead cotton candy that's getting to you now, or if it's too much coffee that's starting to get to you.
it's never enough coffee. I should ask her the coffee question. Maybe you'll ask her the coffee question.
Well, Bobby D gave you a great compliment. He said, them Leslie girls are softball players, guys. Look for them to be competing for the region title."
And we're
So,
gonna go for it.
There we go. Now she's that's what I'm talking about. She said, "I'll be humble for so long, but I've got game here. We're bringing it. We're bringing it."
all right. So, we do tend to make a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show. And this is our way of saying thank you for taking your time. But I'm gonna have to ask you for a slight favor. Out
Okay.
of the two that we've made, tell me which one of the two you like the most.
Okay. Okay. I like that one. That's good. Oh, I like that one too.
So out of the two, would it be the first one or the second one?
Can I say the first one again? I think I like that one.
Yeah. Now what, Mark? The OG
Oh,
graphic is still
oh,
going.
I'll get to do the lightning strike. So
But I'm gonna ask you first. Does that look like lightning, or does that just look like he's had too much coffee?
I don't know.
she said, I'm never coming back on this show again. Uh, it's a
But
little competition between us about the first one or the second one. That's the reason why we ask which one you like better, so then we can have bragging rights on it.
see, I'm I'm pretty sure because see, back when we had you on a while back for the volleyball, he told me the second graphic was not no good, so he made me have to delete that graphic and made me add all the flare with the
What?
lightning, smoke,
But but
mirror.
but it took her a minute. I mean, it did take her a minute. She's like, "Oh, that looks good too." Then she had to go back and look at the first one. So
They're
they're
both really good.
okay. See,
Well, see, but I told you it's the collage of pictures always looks better.
I'm not saying nothing. But I would like to ask her about the coffee before we let her go.
Go
Do
right
you
ahead.
drink? Do you drink coffee? And if you do drink coffee, will it be hot coffee or will it be cold coffee?
I don't drink coffee, but I tried it and I preferred that it was cold. Because it actually like burned my tongue off, so I probably won't be drinking hot coffee again.
So you're like any certain flavoring in your coffee or like
I think just
French
like
vanilla? Or,
like in like this creamer and stuff like that.
okay.
But Mark, got any final thoughts?
Yeah, just thank you for coming on. Thank you for having some laughs with us, and you get it, and just again, hopefully, we made your day a little bit, but we try to keep these shows fun. But one honestly, wish you personally the best of luck. What you're doing is definitely grabbing attention and you're not going to be a secret for too long with them kind of stats. There's going to be some people start blowing their phones up quite regularly with that kind of production on the field. So just whatever you're doing and whatever route you decide to go, next level, whatever sport. I wish you the best of luck and wish your team the best of luck and hope we get up there to you really, really soon.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys for having me.
And I just want to piggyback off what he said. From everything that I've seen, you're killing it. Your team's killing it. I'll get these graphics sent over to you, and I just want to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. What can you say? A great interview.
Great interview.
Yeah,
And
speaking of,
and Leslie Cow, I always think of Tim Couch. I just do. Watch Tim Couch many, many years.
speaking
Yes,
of
sir.
great interviews, I've got to talk to a few of these young men that we're getting ready to bring on. So are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hi. Hello.
So, I think I got to see you, a few weeks ago at my first ever track meet, and I am going to tell you, I had no idea what was happening, but we'll eventually get to the understanding, hopefully. So, I know track is a whole lot different in cross country, but so just give me your thoughts on how everything's progressed this season so far.
Things have progressed. Well, really, it was like just a slow startup, and now we're just like getting everything thrown at us with all the meets. It's all just one big pile.
And I feel like everyone on the team is slowly improving, including us and the high schoolers.
Yeah.
So, before I get you over to Mark, I got to ask you so far, what has been your favorite track meet you've been at?
Favorite meets. Probably the Harlan County. They have a pretty good track.
I'd have to go with the middle school meet we had Tuesday. It was at the University of Cumberland's. It was just fun.
Yeah.
I mean, all of my middle school friends came out. We all did crazy events.
Y'all did real good too as well.
Yeah, that was also my favorite meet,
Yeah.
I had a really good time.
And if I'm not mistaken, if I'm looking at this right, I believe it's tomorrow. Y'all are supposed to be back at Harlan County for
Yes,
the
sir.
coal miner.
I won't be able to make it though. You won't be seeing me on the track, sadly, because I have a foot injury. But you'll be seeing these guys. They're going to perform for me.
Did the injury happen during a soccer game?
It happened during a soccer practice a while back, and it's just like it's gotten like really bad. So we're going to get it checked out soon.
Okay. Well, hopefully for a speedy recovery. But I am going to either try to make it to the Harlan County meet, or I know you've got the City County Classic coming up on the 20th, and I'm pretty sure that's hosted at Middlesboro, correct?
Yeah.
Should be, yes. Yes.
So I'm going to try to make it to one of them two, if not both of them. So that way we can try to work on, hopefully get you there for one of them. That way we can work on getting some photos. The way I can get you, decked out for your graphics that I need to be making.
Yeah, these guys are first timers, so they don't really have any. But we're going to get them good photos.
Well, see, that way you can do the standing photos and you ain't telling me I'm getting your hair in a bad shot.
Yeah, I hope you don't get my hair bad.
Mark, the one hair you got, nobody can see it in the photo anyhow.
I like when the hair blows through my, the wind blows through my hair, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I worry about this guy, but Mark,
No, if you don't care, just introduce yourself and tell us what you do on track, and what is it, hurdles or whatever you or sprints, or just tell us what your specialty is.
All right, I'll start us off. My name is Hunter Collingsworth, and I do discus and shot put.
Yes.
I'm Zafria Lopez, second year runner, and I specialize in the 800, 1 mile, and 3,200 meter run.
And my name's Trey Patterson. I'm more of like, I don't know if I'd say I'm a sprinter, but coach is really like putting me in different things and giving me new opportunities almost every meet. So pretty versatile.
Okay, on the discs, the draw the disc. I mean, am I right? I mean, doing a lot of spinning. I mean, how can you not get dizzy? And if I tried that, I'd fall kill myself.
Well, how do I put this? It's like when you like spin, you just it's all. I don't know. personally, I don't get dizzy a lot with a lot of things, so it doesn't really affect me. But see, I also have like a teammate that does
Yeah.
get a little dizzy, and he told me that it does kind of like affect him a little bit, so he has to like go slow. He can't really go spin fast, but it doesn't really affect you that much, you know.
Okay. On the sprints, I know Jens too say Jens did more of the sprint and stuff. I know you've got the injury right now, but if it was 1-on-1 and you was perfectly healthy, who's winning the sprint between you and two?
Probably
Hunter. I would give it to Hunter.
me. Perfectly healthy, me.
I'd say
Uh
Hunter. No,
oh.
he's really fast. I
Yeah.
I don't know how. He's a thrower,
He,
and
hey, Hunter is really fast for a thrower. Like he's around my speed. I run a 12.8. He could probably run 12.9, 12.8. It's surprising. Same
Oh,
thing with him. He's also really versatile. He can do many things.
yeah.
Yeah.
On the track and field, I've only been to one event myself, and I'm like Edward. It was just really, really hard for me to keep up because they were just so much, going on at once. I know you are locked in on the event that you are competing in at that point in time, but how hard is it not to just be a fan of it when you're or even compete, just looking around and seeing what other people's doing?
yeah, definitely watching everybody else do their events gets us hyped up for ours. But I mean, it's really all down to like a science and schedule how they host all the events.
And when you spoke about Cumberlands, I'm like with them rock throwing distance. That's my part of the world, over there. I could probably throw a rock and hit that place. I'm living so close by it. But I know you said you'd enjoyed that a bit. Without letting all the secrets out, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. But what made you like that event more than maybe the others?
It's just like usually the high school comes to all the meets and we're not really like up in their level yet. So we're middle schoolers and like we're all friends. So like doing events with only your friends is kind of fun. And then we got to do like different things because the high school usually takes up most events, but we got to like do the events that they would do. Like me, I did long jump for the first time, and usually a high schooler would do that.
And I somehow managed to run the 400, and obviously, since I'm a distance runner, I'd never really get to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I know like Cumberland's here in the town of Williamsburg. Cumberland's like owns half the town, so you got half of Williamsburg is Cumberland College, and then the other half is like gas stations and banks, and we got like three restaurants. So love my little town here, I guess. Afterwards, did you eat anywhere here in Williamsburg, or did you like go to Corbin or somewhere like that to eat?
We definitely went to a lot of meets so far this season, and really honestly, since you asked me all the ones that we went to, I could not tell you. There's been too many.
It's
But
like every time we go to a meet, there's always a good experience, and you can't really
yeah,
compare it.
yeah. But Edward's coverage is quite a bit. I'll let Edward. I've got about 1,700 more questions here, but Edward will tell me to shut up. But Edward,
Yeah, well, I know two of them pretty good from cross country. So, that leads me into that question: Are all three of yous, or what's your thoughts on next year's cross country? Y'all still is that still on the table, or
Yes, we
Yeah.
we do believe that we are going to be doing cross country next year, and he's also looking into it as well,
Yeah.
so he can do better during his events and fix his running form.
so? Again, cross country and track is extremely new to me. What is one big difference between the two that you all can, other than it being, one's out in the woods and one's on track, but other than that, what's the biggest difference you'd see between them?
I think it's the mental thing. Like, I would prefer long distance running and cross country over track any day because in track, it's such a mental thing where you have to run around in a circle to 2, 4, 8 times, and it really kind of like gets to your head. But once you do cross country and you're running, the scenery always changes, so you'll never have to be stuck on anything that you're viewing, and you really can just have an open mind about everything.
So this is for each one of you. What's your favorite team to run against?
I would have to say Bell County because I do have, uh, I would say, a couple of rivals there, or just people that I really like contesting against in some of my events.
I'd say Bell County too. The one of my he's not my rival, but like he's near my time and he beat me in my first event. So like I'm still trying to gain that first place back.
What about you, Hunter?
I mean, well, obviously I throw, so, but like, I don't really have anybody, or any like school I want to like, I rival, because I just do my best. I mean, I really don't mind what the others do. I don't try to. Of course, I try to beat them, but like, I don't like compare myself to. Like I always try to do my best and like just get better.
So have you ever got mad and tried to throw the discus at somebody?
Yes,
I'd say he probably has.
Most definitely, it's something Hunter would do.
I've done that once.
Well, me personally, if Mark was
if
out there,
it-
I'm throwing it at him every time. So
if he says whoops before he throws it, it does hit somebody, then that covers him.
yeah,
You got to say whoops before.
Yeah.
Hunter, am I right? If you say whoops before,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
yeah, that covers you.
So when y'all are running, have y'all ever tried to like shoulder block or trip somebody or anything like
Oh,
that?
all the time. It is one of my favorite things to do in the middle of the races. I just shoulder shrug people out of the way. It's amazing.
Tell him what you did at the university.
Oh yes. So it was this Monday at the University of the Cumberlands, and I was running the 4x8, and I was the last leg, so I was the anchor, and I was running against this kid from I think Corbin, I believe, and we got to the last 100 meter to the finish line, and we were neck and neck, and I sped up past him, and while I was going straight to the finish line, I started flapping my arms up and down like I was a bird, and I got in trouble for bad showboating, but it was worth it.
And then some lady yelled bad sportsmanship from the crowd. It was honestly funny, but like we don't mean any disrespect.
Yeah.
Well, when they yelled that to you, you should just give her like the heart symbol, or something like
I
that.
should
I
have. If
would.
I heard her, I definitely would have.
Uh, you know, Ever trash talks me all the time, so I'm used to it.
Nah, me and him
Yeah,
trash
about 90.
talk way too much.
It's just friendly competition, though.
Yeah. So, Trey, have you tried anything like that out there on the track yet?
Like the 4x8 or
No, I'm talking
showboating?
about like knocking somebody down, tripping them, showboating.
No. I'm just really like focused on myself. So
Well, see, if I was running, I would probably try to run over everybody. Or
Well,
I'd stop in front of them, let them fall down, one of the two, then keep going.
I actually did almost trip a kid. It was in one of our other 4x8s. Me and this kid were racing. He tripped over my shoe, but he didn't fall.
but Trey, do you agree? Do you agree with me, Trey? I mean, if you do trip somebody, if you don't get caught, it's not exactly cheating.
No, it's not cheating.
It's a dog eat dog world.
I would have to agree with you. So March went to take his, hacking spell. But you know, I know the kind of person I am when I'm competing. I'm like one of the most competitive persons you'll meet. So I got to ask you, would you consider when you're getting ready to lace up and start running or throwing the disc that you're the most competitive person there?
Definitely, we're usually all out there just to win it and beat everybody else.
So who would you consider the most, who does the most trash talking?
Thank you.
I'd have to say myself.
Well, I kind of had a feeling there, but I was just
Making sure.
No one really says anything to us, so like it doesn't start up.
Yeah. Yeah. We also try not to get into altercations with other teams, but if we were to, I wouldn't be complaining at all.
so. I know I heard a little bit of the coaches talking and stuff like that during track. So, do you get in trouble for doing trash talking while you're running, or is it just something that the coaches hold you to like a higher level?
We personally have been told, if they've heard us, they tell us to not badmouth the other players because it's bad sportsmanship. But like usually we never get caught. Yeah.
Well, I mean, me personally, I trash talk Mark all the time, but I try to not let anybody hear me like that way they think that we're brotherly love, but you know how it is. But Mark,
It's been a great interview, and again, I love getting these guys on because uh, I'll be lying to you. I mean, I understand a little bit about the track and field, but I don't know even a quarter of the sport like how you just know it. So we learn as we go with young men like you and young women that educate us about the sport. So then, whenever we are able to go to these events, we could give you the recognition, the coverage that you deserve because you just put in the work just like anybody else, and and we're very thankful for you to give us your time. But I got to sort of go off the deep end a little bit, and I know your teammates pretty good, so I think his guys can handle it. So I'm gonna hit you some hard hit questions here, and everyone knows where this is going. I think it's this guy as a team, but it's only your teammates, and you can even say your middle school teammates. You don't have to even bring the high schoolers. We'll keep it as your middle school teammates. I don't think that probably your middle school teammates have their license yet. Maybe so. Does them have their license yet, or?
We have a sprinter on our team that's
Oh,
able to
okay,
drive in the middle school.
okay. So he's driving. Okay, so just your middle school teammates. You're all in that pasture van together. You're going to an event, and he's driving. No teachers, no coaches, no nothing. And the van tears up. Who's going out there and fixing
Probably Hunter.
We're
Yeah,
gonna make her out of
it?
Yeah.
Hunter's
Just to
taking
be
the
fair.
sockets and getting out there.
Hunter's the
Would,
strongest, really. So
Yeah.
so would anybody help Hunter? Hand him some tools or anything, or
probably both of us. Yeah.
well,
I'd say
Edward wouldn't even help me or anything. He would just laugh at me while I was out there.
That's what I do to April.
yeah.
Oh,
see, Trey's got it.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
He,
yeah.
he understands.
So Hunter gets the vehicle fixed. So if they're going down the road, you're running out of gas. Who's going to pay for the gas?
Me, definitely.
Right. He's
I always pay for them for like
He's-
food, snacks,
he's definitely a
skating.
money guy. Yeah.
Usually I got them.
So we know who to hang out with here after the show here. Because
Yeah.
everyone won't feed me at all. He won't feed me at all. He makes us
This
put in the
last time I
gas.
did it cost me $75 just for him, so no more
Oh,
feeding
I feel
him.
you. I feel you. I feel you.
Well, they're growing young men. They're going to eat heavily, So
Yeah.
I'm a growing young guy too.
Yeah, like 30 years ago,
Yeah.
40, something like that.
But okay, so you get the van going and you get it full of fuel and you get it fixed. and decide to go hang out at a friend's house and maybe do some Netflix and chill or something like that. Can't do no door dashing or no pizza ordering or anything. Who would cook the meal that night?
Ooh,
I think it would be me.
ooh, I don't know.
I personally think I would be the best cook. I don't know what Hunter's talking about. It, I think
So
Hunter
what?
would
So
be for it because
So why would you fix them? So why would you fix them?
what would I fix them?
Yeah, yeah.
Geez, I mean, if we're talking about just these guys, I'd probably fix them nothing, and I would just make food for myself.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And then
Hey,
I'd take some of the food from him.
yeah,
Then I take the
yeah.
rest.
No. What he's basically trying to say, folks, you can't live on love. You got to eat. So, you might love his teammates, but when it comes to food, that's a whole new different.
so Hunter, you said you'd be the one cooking. So what would you be cooking?
Oh wait, macaroni.
Macaroni.
Pretty good.
Well,
I mean,
we had down their food brackets the other night: macaroni and cheese versus bacon.
oh, I would have to personally take bacon.
Me too.
Yeah.
Bacon all day. You can't go
All
wrong
day.
with an all you can eat bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Mark,
Just thank you for your time, and you fellers get it. You come in here and you had some laughs with us, and I know you just go through enough through school and all the sports that you just play and just everyday life, and it's good to laugh and just relax sometimes, and I use that word chill at times, and you just come in here and had some laughs, and thank you for doing that with us tonight, and
Thank you
again,
all for your time.
Yeah. Thank you for having us for sure. This was fun.
no problem. And if y'all do cross country again, y'all are gonna get to see a whole lot of me. Basically about every meet. Kind of like last season. And again, I'm planning on hopefully I can make it to both. If not, for sure, I'm gonna be at the one here in Middlesboro. If so, definitely hunt me down. That way, I can take some photos and
you
get
know,
them two graphics that I make sent out to you.
I want to interrupt you on that one, Edward. You know what you need to do? Edward's always taking picture of Yud's running and doing Yun's things. Yud should just no more pictures, and Yun's make him do some kind of running, and Yun's take pictures of him.
Yes, we get to be the photographers. Oh,
Well,
that
see, I did actually come lace the run with them one day when we was shooting. Can't think of it. And that's where y'all ran up and down the hill like 25 times.
yeah. I remember that practice across country.
Yeah, so see, I actually come and I was gonna make them run with me and see if they could keep up with the old fella. But then it started raining. And I said I ain't sliding down that hill the whole way. Nah, we ain't doing all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
yeah,
remember. Yeah.
yeah. Get some pictures of him, and then I'll make for sure I'll make some graphics of him, post him up on some of these graphics of him covered head to toe in sweat, not breathing, and yeah.
We will definitely be sure to do that. Yeah.
So the first practice that they get to do up there at the park, as long as it ain't raining, I'll come dressed to run, and we'll see how much the old guy can get up that hill.
Probably more than us. Yeah.
I might get up it, but I'm rolling back down it.
He
Ain't
ain't
no way
getting.
I'm running.
He's not getting up. He's going about halfway up the hill, then he's going to be falling backward. That's exactly what's going to happen to
Well,
him.
see, I'm going to finish the race first out between us, regardless. Because when they go in front of me, I'm turning back around and told them I done made it up there. They'll never know the difference. See, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Hunter lives by that during cross country.
Yeah, absolutely. But Now, again, look for me at either the Harlan County or the Millsboro meet. That way I can get a couple pictures. That way I can get them graphics made and I'll get them sent over to you. And, it's been great. Looking forward to covering you again. And, of course, I'll get to see you during cross country. And I just want to wish you the best of luck and a speedy recovery to your injury. And I do appreciate you coming on, giving me some of your time and chit chatting with us.
Yes. Again, thank you for having us.
Thank
Glad
you.
we could be a part of it.
It was great.
Thank you. And we'll see you very soon.
All right.
All
See
right.
y'all. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah.
Great interview.
If I was that age, I'd like to hang with them guys. Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That would definitely be a fun bunch right there. That would definitely be a bunch that you like to go hang out, shoot some basketball with. Just be young and enjoy life. What we did at that age, and them guys, they got it going on because they're on here, they're having good laughs, they're not taking up for real, and they're just enjoying the moment. And at that age, that's how you want to be living it. You want to be enjoying that moment, and all that seriousness and all that stuff will come soon enough. And us, we definitely know. And these guys are having the time of their life, and they're showing it. And I'm really, really happy for them because they got good heads on their shoulders, and they're having, and the main thing, they're having fun.
Well, Mark, we're about a minute over, so I think we got a few minutes to spare here.
Oh yeah.
But I have brought back the most anticipated graphic of all times. I've been getting
It
hit
ain't
up
the
from everybody.
RP5,
No, I've been hit up by people worldwide wanting to know when I was going to bring this graphic back. I've had people from Florida, Texas, Canada, China, everywhere hitting me up wanting to know when it was going to be released.
Well, I had a
So,
rumor that even you had a signal from Mars. I don't know. Are there any truth with that rumor?
well, I don't want to let everything out the bag, but I had a few signals, but so you're ready. We're gonna break it down. Are you ready?
Well, are you going to break it down right here, right now?
I gotta make it a little intense. We need a heavier hitting drum for these. That one's just weak.
Yeah.
But this is your Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media Top 5 Must See. So your number one is Cole McLean from Taylor County. And here's the crazy thing, Mark. You're not seeing it wrong. He does have a 0 ERA. And then you got Grayson Davis from Trinity. And no, you're not seeing that wrong either. He has a 0 ERA and 13 RBIs. Ethan Allen from Whitley County with a .88 ERA. Malachi Zachary from Corbin with 21 Ks, which is strikeouts, and 15 RBIs. And Jude from North Laurel with a 1.05 ERA. Mark.
Got some 13th regions threatening their stuff for sure, and can't say enough about that. And we had Jude on. We know what athlete he is, and very deserving of that. And of course, he plays other sports also. And Ethan, folks, here in the 13th region, every district's good, but you got Corbin, Whitley, South Laurel. I think South of Whitley just went through a double, like not double header, but back to back games, and South played them close both games, and Whitley County is highly state ranked, and that just shows you how good that South Laurel team is. And Corbin's right there too. And when you look at Trinity, we look at the stuff. We look at the national rankings. We look at the state rankings. I'm thinking off the top of my head, 3 or 4 Division One there too. Actually signed for Kentucky, I believe. I had one just off the top of my head, Willingly. I can't think of his name. Is a real good ball player too. And McLean from Taylor County, I was actually reading some stuff on him today, and the road that he's on is unbelievable. But this could be a must see top 117. I mean, there are just so many good players across this state, and that's really hard to put together.
So now you ready to go to the softball side?
I'm ready.
So this is your Bryant Family Must See. Bryant Family Medicine, all sports media, top 5 must see. For softball, you got McLean Hudson from South Warren with 14 home runs. And if I ain't mistaken, that is before today's game. And I'm pretty sure she knocked 2 more home runs today. So that total is going to go up. You got Cheyenne Ross from Harrison County with 113 strikeouts and 20 RBIs. Rachel Howard from Pineville pitching at a .69 ERA. Taylor Blevins from Lawrence County with 81 strikeouts. And Reagan from Taylor County with 17 RBIs and 4 home runs.
Um, can't hardly argue with this list, but it's just like baseball. It could be a top 117 too. Also, it's crazy how much talent. When you talk about McLean, there, read a lot on her, and I think in her career, the story I read, she was like at 78 home runs for her career or something like that. Uh, I don't even know how they even rates in the state rankings, but it's hard for me to think that that could be a top or one of the tops. I mean, I would have to see an all-time record right there, but that would have to be up on top. And we know how good Harrison County is. We've watched them the last few years at state. Watched Rachel many, many times, and she just a unit. You know what you're going to get from Rachel if you play Pineville. You're going to have to get that one run against Rachel, and that's just not easy to do. And we already know that. Taylor, I've not really covered a lot of Lawrence County, but again, Edward, you know your stuff. You look into this stuff really good, and I don't know a whole lot about Reagan either. I've seen some stuff on her, but the stats are definitely there. And
Absolutely.
and talked about South Warren too. They are also nationally ranked, sort of like Trinity. And I also seen where they have beat Lindley in this past week. Two nationally ranked teams, not just state ranked teams, but nationally ranked teams. So, wow, well, the ball they're playing up there.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But
I think McLean is also committed to Kentucky. Also,
so, all good things must come to an end. So, Mark, gonna get your final thoughts.
good show, but I was sort of waiting for this moment, and I know that you started a few weeks after me and stuff like that. It's not because you could start it the first week. It's just to get by rolling a little bit, and then you come behind, and of course your shows always do real good. You get a lot of good players, and you reach out statewide where I'm trying to branch out more and more too. But we still keep it in house. Also, we like bringing on the 13th region, and whoever we bring on, we have good times with it. But I really like your show. I want to thank you again for having me on. To help you host this thing, and you do a real good job hosting it. And the Whitsey Slider Show is back, and I'm sure it's here to stay for a while.
Yeah, it's up and running now, and the most anticipated graphics of all time are
Which I
back, and
thought was the RP5, but
that
we'll
might
have
be the
to.
second.
But can I go back a little bit about South Ford, just a little bit, and and I want to talk a little bit about Trinity too. we know how good some of our teams in this region is. They look at North Laurel, and I believe, Edward, the all-time winningest school in Kentucky softball history, Kentucky
Yes.
high school softball history. So, I mean, we don't have no powder puffs here either. North is a statewide juggernaut themselves. We know what South has did over the years, Corbin's did over the years, and we know what Pineville's bringing up. We know the Whitley County. We know how the future holds for like the Williamsburgs, the Harlan County. We just had a few weeks ago a seventh grade pitcher from Jackson County that absolutely is as good as they get. I'll just tell you, it's unreal the talent that we have in this region. You look at this stuff and Trinity State, I mean national ranked, uh, South Florida nationally ranked, and when you look at baseball, I'm not going to go in detail about Whitley County baseball because I told you all year long I'm a big time Whitley County guy. I think I think that team is wow. And then you look at how close South Laurel played them. Then you know how good Corbin's been playing. I mean, and just on and on and on. We know how good some of these other teams, the Clay County, the Bell County, they're just my goodness. We are really really lucky to be in this region and seeing this much baseball and softball talent. And then when you're seeing all that, then you're seeing what's being done across the board statewide. And I'm telling you, this baseball and softball tournament here at the end of the year is shaping up to be a really, really dandy one. I mean, can you imagine the teams that, I'm not saying who's going to be up there at this point in time, but the star power that we're going to be able to cover up there.
Absolutely, 100%.
But again, that being said, Edward, I just thank you for getting me on the show and thank you for allowing me on it. You did a good job on it, and just can't wait till next week.
Absolutely. And well, I'm gonna leave you with this, like I do every week. You know, seasons are in full stride. You got several of them going right now. If you ain't got nothing to do, please go out and cover these student athletes. They'd love to see you at the track, tennis. They'd love to see you showing up at softball, baseball, and every other sport that's going. You know, please go out there and cover them. They'd love for you to be able to see all the hard work, the sweat, the dedication they put in for the sport that they love. But from everybody here at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sport Media, I want to tell you good night and God bless.